Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters. Hi, everybody. Martin is also here. Adrian, let me copy the link and share here. Link first, I will play this one. Yeah, assalamu alaikum, everybody, and welcome, my brother Martin. Please join me. I would like to talk to you about Jinn, Iron Man as well, Adriana. If you join me, then it would be great if you could just call in, because yeah, Martin is here now.
Hello, Muji.
Oh, Martin, my brother, how are you?
I'm celebrating, Muji. I'm celebrating for you,
Thank
man,
you.
for
Thanks.
getting that debate organized.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see. Let's see what how it will be, but I hope that I can change him, because yeah, I would like that Muslims, Christians are like me and you, okay, attacking
I
each
think he
other.
would like you. I think he would
Yes.
like you because you're a lot like his best friend was. His best
Yeah.
friend was also a lot like you.
Yeah, hopefully. But the thing is that most important is that he, he stopped to demonize Muslims and Islam. That oh, Islam says this. I mean, they just try to find every trash. Yes, there are lots of trash there in Islamic world. They try to find them, and then some of them just they twist it. Right now I had a dialogue on another channel. Iron Man and Adriana also were there. We were talking about the chapter 4, verse 34, about wife beating. Yeah. And I was explaining that how wrong they are, that it is absolutely doesn't mean that the interpretation. I showed even several interpretation online, that it's not just me. There are people who interpret it differently, that it means leave her. The third option is leave her. And the next verse also explain it very well, that if you fear that they don't come back together, then send somebody from her family and somebody from his family and bring them back together. It's not when
But
after he
Muji,
beat
how,
her.
how much how much problems do those verses cause? Like
No,
how much suffering for girls? Do you think they beat their
no.
wives, or do you think they try and
Look,
explain it
look,
away?
Martin.
Yeah.
I said that there also, just within 3-4 months, lockdown in Mexico, 1,000 women were killed, in domestic violence. They don't follow Quran, they follow Bible. People, this in Japan, I said that it was like this: that if your wife didn't cook good and you were not satisfied with her cooking, she should bow in front of you, and you would, chop her head with your uh, uh, samurai sword. It was like this, yeah. In Japan, I don't know if it's still like that. In Japan, was like this: that men and boys, they eat together, and women and girls, I think first they have to stand and look at you, okay, look at father and boys, that uh, when they are eating, they have to stand up and look. After they are finished, what is left, women and girls, they have to take them and eat them in the kitchen or another room, okay. So that was, I heard something, I don't know even if it's still true. I have a neighbor, and right now their daughter is here. Wife is Japanese and husband is Swedish, yeah. And my wife said that still today, I don't know, I have to ask her once again, I don't know if she said still today, those elderly Japanese men, when they want to introduce their wife, they say, "Here's my stupid wife." I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they introduce like this.
Hello.
Hello, Reef Taco. Tacos.
All right, Muji.
Yeah. Hi. How are you?
You talking about like wife beating again?
Yeah. No. We
All
were
right, here's
just
the thing.
we were just
Human, if we
yeah.
study human psychology, right?
Yeah.
It's not about religion.
Yeah. It is not about
Human
religion.
psychology is men are generally the aggressors,
Hmm.
and they don't like to have their masculinity challenged.
Hmm.
So generally, when we study psychology, men generally like to marry and be with women who are weaker than themselves.
Hmm.
They like passive, timid women that they could slap around, they can beat up, they can treat
Tacos.
badly.
Tacos. Sorry. It is not just men. Even women, if they had the power, they would also beat the.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yes.
That's true. But what we're talking about here, I'm pretty sure there are Muslim men
Hmm.
that beat their wives. I'm pretty
Definitely.
sure. There are.
Definitely.
No,
Yeah.
Muji, we have to talk about this honestly in a
No, I said there
psychological
are.
way.
Yes, I said
There
there are
are
many. There are
there
many.
Muji,
are
have you
Muslim
done
men.
that?
There
No,
are
Muji, have you done?
Muslim men who
Are you
beat their
sure?
wives.
I'm 100%. You can ask my wife.
Yeah, but we have to be honest. There are Muslim men who beat their wives. There are probably Buddhist men who do it too. There's probably
Not
Hindu men.
probably. No,
There
no,
are,
no, no. Tacos, not probably. I was just saying to Martin, check news. Or during lockdown in Mexico, 1,000 within 3-4 months, 1,000
yeah,
women were killed. Were
right.
killed.
Yeah, it probably happens all the time. Probably
Yes.
Muslim men kill their daughters if they betray the family. All humans do it.
Yes. Yes.
Humanity pretty much does pretty much the same thing. Humans are very predictable. So even if
Yes.
you have a religion that says, oh, don't beat your wife up or beat her lightly or
Yeah.
treat her nicely, it doesn't matter because at some point somebody's going to snap and they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They all do it at some point. I got so mad. My damn stupid wife, that Sharmuta wife of mine, she didn't put gas in the car, and I'm on my way to work, and I'm in a hurry, and there's no gas in the car. And while I'm driving to work, the car stops running because I ran out of gas, and my boss is mad at me. He thinks my work sucks. So what does he do? He either goes home and beats the dog, or he gives
Yeah.
the wife a good beating.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't. So a Muslim man will do it, just like a Christian man or atheist man or a Hindu man or a secular man. It's very very common to slap your wife around once in a while. You're at the grocery store. Your husband is very aggressive. I told you not to buy that. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
Honey, we have guests over, and I want to make a nice dinner. Nice appetizers for the guests. I told you I don't want it. It's too expensive. So he takes her in the back and slaps her a little bit in the face. She and then tells her, "Don't cry. You better not embarrass me while we pay. I don't want. Don't cry. Don't embarrass." It happens all the time, and
Yes,
Muslim men do it too. So I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
So I don't care what the Hadith say about beat her lightly or don't beat her.
It's
Separate.
in the Quran.
I don't
No,
care.
no, it's not. It's not in Quran. Martin, let me tell you. Wait.
Even if it
And in the Hadith.
even if it is in the Quran or it isn't, like I'm telling you, if you study human psychology, it doesn't matter. They do
Yeah,
it
it doesn't matter.
anyway.
Yeah,
People cherry pick their religion. They see things they like and they see things they don't like, and they pretend the bad stuff is not there. So they try to focus on the good stuff, okay,
Yeah.
and they ignore the bad stuff. That's what they do. People cherry pick their idea, just like everybody does it. They all cherry pick.
Tacos, let me please read for you something, and you please judge fairly, okay? Because in Quran,
I mean, I'll judge fairly, but I'm looking at it from a
yeah.
psychological
Let me tell you.
perspective.
Yes, I know. Let me read for you. Chapter 65, verse 6.
Right.
Let the woman who are undergoing a waiting period of divorce, okay, live in the same manner as you live yourself, because in Islam the waiting period was 3 months, so that in case if she's pregnant, then they know who is the father, okay, so that she doesn't go tomorrow marry someone else and they don't know who is the father. So she should wait 3 months, and she should stay in husband's household, okay. So it says that live in the same manner as you live yourself, in accordance with your means, and do not harass them with a view to making their lives a misery. And if they happen to be with child, spend freely on them until they deliver their burden. And if they nurse your offspring, give them their recompense, and take counsel with one another in a fair manner about the child future. And if both of you find it difficult that the mother should nurse the child, let another woman nurse it on behalf of him. So the thing is that when this is the situation. I have divorced my wife. Okay, maybe we were. I hate her or whatever. I don't like to see her anymore. That's why I divorced her. So she has to stay in my home, and I have to feed her. I have to treat her very well. I don't have to mistreat her. This is about a wife that I have divorced. How come God tells me to beat my wife for a problem? This is nonsense that they interpret that verse. They interpret it from one word, beat. Okay, that
But
beat
they try
has
and
been,
use the hadith as well. They try
no.
and use the
The
hadith
thing
as
is
well.
that yes, the hadith is that the hadith has to go in line with Quran. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to
but
go against Quran. Okay.
yeah, but Mochi, all
But
that
they
sounds
say it
good
does.
though. All that sounds good though. But like we
Yeah.
said, when we in order to understand human behavior, we have to study their psychology. We have to
Yeah.
study their psychosis. All that sounds well and good. Okay, you want to get a divorce, you can do a trial separation. You can separate for a while, let her live in one part of the house, you live in the other part of the house. That's all fine, well and good. That's great.
Yeah.
But human nature is not like that.
Mhm.
I mean, you can separate from your wife and do exactly like you're saying they should do, but
Yeah.
there's still gonna be tension there. There's
Yeah.
still gonna be
But God says that.
animosity there.
Yeah.
It's
God
not that
says.
cut and dry.
Yeah, God says that treat her well, try to make the tension low and that they don't fight. I would like to, Adriana, maybe.
But hold on. This is the thing I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like geared towards the men. Like, do we have any hadiths that tell men how to behave themselves? Like what women's rights? I mean, it's all like, okay, treat her like this, treat her like that. But we know in reality that doesn't work. Women nowadays, they can call the police and say, "Oh, my husband's beating me." They can directly get a lawyer and serve the husband divorce papers.
Yeah.
I think the hadiths that you're talking about, they sound.
It's not a hadith. No. It's a verse of Quran.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chapter
But it's
4.
found in the hadith as well.
But
Hadith
that
is,
sounds well and good. But we have to talk about modern time here. That sounds well and good
yeah.
for the 7th century, but the modern era, the 21st century, women will be like, screw you, husband. I'm gonna go directly to a lawyer and I'm gonna serve you divorce papers.
All right. Okay. Taco, this verse
And
definitely
then women get alimony.
Yes. Tacos. This verse definitely belonged to 1400 years ago, because
Right.
at that time,
It doesn't work.
no. Look, at that time, if they left right away and when married someone else, then they wouldn't know who is the father. But today we know. Today we know.
Right.
So today this 3 months period waiting doesn't need anymore.
Right.
So that's about 1400 years ago. Anyway, and about woman you asked, chapter 4, verse 128 says, if a woman fears indifference or neglect from her husband, there's no blame on either of them if they seek fair settlement, which is best. Humans are ever inclined to selfishness, but if you are gracious and mindful of Allah, surely Allah is all aware of what you do. So Quran talk about also women who fear neglect from their husband. So both rights is there. Okay, equal right. Allah says that the best of you is the one who is with the most taqwa, is the most sacrifice the most. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're
why can't a woman have 4 husbands? Like,
okay, even
you
a
accept
man,
that in
even a man
in Islam?
Even a man let me say, Martin, even a man cannot have 4 wives if he follow Quran correctly, because Quran says that although Look, this polygamy didn't come, Martin. Polygamy existed before Islam. It didn't come with
Yeah,
Islam.
Muhammad practiced it.
That was
And he's
yeah.
a pattern of conduct for all Muslims.
Look,
Muji
no.
should follow his example,
No,
isn't
okay,
it?
no. Look, Martin. Quran says itself that those were just for Prophet Muhammad because he didn't marry his wife for sexual desire. He married them because of Islam, because of different reasons. For example, he married many of his wives. They were widows. It was not for Arabs to marry widows. Widows were second-hand object for them. So he married them to show that it is fine to marry widows as well. And he didn't have children with any of them, okay, because he didn't have any sexual relation with them. Everything he
So
did
you
was for
reject the
God.
hadiths that say he did.
Yes, of course.
There are many hadiths
I
that
mean,
say he slept with all his wives
yes,
even in
yes,
one night. And
yes,
his followers like brag
yes,
that he has a
yes.
sexual strength of
I
30
know.
men and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, but Martin makes a good point though, Perfect Dog. Why is Muhammad in the business of marrying women? Why did he just leave the women alone and let them find husbands for themselves? Like,
Okay.
why does he have to be like, okay, you women, you're widows. I'm going to become the knight in shining armor. I'm going to marry all you. What benefit did they get for marrying Muhammad?
Okay.
Why couldn't they just marry some other man
Yeah.
on their own?
Yes, the thing is that Takos, I say that it was such a custom at that time that.
But why did he have to do it?
No, because he was marrying so that they know that it is okay to marry widows. Okay. And
but why didn't he just let other men marry widows? Why is he marrying the widows?
So other men were also following him and marrying. And then another thing is that he was, their husbands were killed in battle. So he married them to help them, give them shelter and support them. And the only way was to marry them. The thing is that if we know and we believe that he was prophet of God, then we have to understand that whatever he did, it was for the sake of God and Islam. So he wasn't.
It doesn't make sense though.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, there are other men that they could marry. I mean, if Muhammad is busy doing, if he's busy like fighting the cause and spreading the message, how does he have time to be a husband? Let them have husbands who are like free to be their husbands, who are not prophet. I mean, being a prophet must be a big deal, big responsibility. So like having who has time for, like, if I'm a famous rock star, I travel the world 365 days a year, go doing concerts, city after city after city. I'm doing concerts. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing concerts. I'm a famous rock star. I'm in demand, and I have a wife and kids at home, and I have no time for see you kids in 1 year. I'm going to be on the road for.
No, it wasn't like that. Of course, it wasn't.
Who has time? Who has time to have a family? You can't. In other words, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Either you're going to be either you're going to be, in biblical terms, either you're going to be doing God's work or you're going to be doing man's work. Like in Christianity, for example, Jesus never married. He didn't have children. He didn't have a home. He didn't have a job. He didn't have a career. All he did was spread the gospel. That's all.
How about Moses? How about Moses? How about Abraham? They had wife. They had children. Okay, so it doesn't mean that everybody should become like Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, but look at Buddha, for example. He didn't have. He renounced everything. He renounced all of his wealth. And he became the Buddha, and he gave up his wife, he gave up his marriage, he gave up his life, he gave up his wealth, he gave up everything to become this Buddha. And essentially, you're either going to be this or you're going to be that. You can't have both.
Okay.
And it looks like you're saying he wanted to have both, and it doesn't.
No, he didn't want to have both.
People get neglected.
No, he was.
How are you going to be the Buddha and be the messenger of for the world as a Buddha, and you have a wife and kids at home? They never get to see their daddy. It doesn't work.
I don't follow Buddha because he was, for me, he was wrong.
It doesn't matter. I'm using by analogy here.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether you follow him or not. That's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is that you can't have your cake and eat it too. So I don't see this idea of marrying these women. Let them have their own husbands.
Yeah, but
that's what he should have said.
There were a lot of them, of course. Yeah, not everybody would marry them. So he married them to take care of them, and he did it. Okay, So if he didn't
I
marry them,
understand,
if
but
he didn't marry them, perhaps no one else would marry them. Okay.
were they allowed to get were they allowed to remarry after he died?
No, because they were mother of the believers. Okay, and
So you mean they have to stay they have to become widows the rest of their lives?
this is okay. This is a very deep discussion.
It
That
doesn't make sense.
yes, because perhaps God, I mean, God decided that maybe somebody, if they marry, prophets' wives, they would abuse his name, and so that's why God told them that you are not going to remarry again after the prophet. And he gave no, and what happened? He gave them the opportunity. He said that you can divorce right now, or you can stay, and but forever you have to be mother of the believers. So you have to decide, and they decide to become mother of the believers, so not to remarry again.
I think personally, in my opinion, he shouldn't have married anybody.
Okay.
He should have just left it alone and just focus on the religion stuff, the spiritual stuff, and not try to be a husband, not try to be a brother, not try to be a sister or any of that stuff. Just focus on being this thing.
All right. Now
I think it would have been much
yes,
easier, much
yes,
better,
okay.
and more understanding.
Tacos, for me, most important is the message. Okay, and how he lived is. It was a great life, I think, and then according his time, so he got, and he decided that way is the best. Okay, so today what I'm concerned about is mostly about his message, that what the message can do for us, how it can help us, to build our world, to live in a better world. Okay, so that's my most important concern. Not 1400 years ago, a lot of things could have happened that I might not understand it today.
But do you admit that though? Do you admit a lot of those edicts are outdated?
Sorry, a lot of what?
Do you admit that a lot of those edicts are outdated?
Yes,
Like, would you rather prefer a woman go to a Sharia court for divorce, or go to a secular court where she can just get her own lawyer and serve her husband
Yeah,
divorce papers, bypassing the whole Sharia thing? What do you think Sharia is better for women in divorce, or secular courts?
depend on which Sharia you are talking about. It's the same. I say Sharia is divorce. You can go and divorce. What is the difference, the secular or Sharia?
But
It
isn't it
depends.
like Sharia? She has to petition the court. She has to go to a judge first.
A judge. I mean, even in a secular world, you don't go just right away. They consult with you. They try to save your marriage. You don't go just right away.
Generally in the
Divorce.
West, like America, a woman can just go to a divorce lawyer and go to a lawyer and say, "Listen, I want to divorce my husband," and the lawyer takes care of everything.
Yeah.
So I think that would be much easier than having
No,
to go through the steps.
No, there definitely is going to that the step I told you, it was 1400 years ago. From beginning, I said it was the 3 months period, because if she was pregnant, then
Right, that makes sense.
yeah. But today you can go right away and say that I want divorce, and then go. And if you are pregnant, then we know who's the father. Yeah. So that's no anymore. What is it applied?
Okay, so let's get off this topic. I want to know. I want to talk to you about specifically. Do you believe literally in hellfire, heaven, judgment day, or do you think of it more like an allegory or a metaphor? Are you like a literalist, or you just think of it like in those terms?
No, I believe that it is unfair. It is what is it? Unjust that Adolf Hitler kills so many people and
Right.
just go, no punishment. That's unfair. There should be a punishment for such a people.
Okay, but for how many billions of years do you punish Hitler?
That one is not upon me. It's upon God. So I don't
you
know how.
literally believe that people go to hell?
I literally believe that people should answer their should
Do
be
they- do they-
responsible for their action.
Do they stay in hell forever, or is it like a
No,
thing?
no. I think God means that as long as the hell exists, not ever. Okay.
But
So how long that I have to let me see if I can call God and ask him Do you have his number, Martin?
So, okay,
No,
but
I don't
here's the
know
thing,
about
though.
your God, but
I'm
But
kidding.
okay,
I'm kidding, Tacos. But I
but
don't know actually. Who knows? Nobody knows. Okay,
so you're agnostic on this?
I'm agnostic. Yes, on this. I just know. I just believe. I don't know even. I just believe that Adolf Hitler shouldn't go unpunished. Okay, Ayatollah Khomeini, fascist Khomeini, shouldn't go unpunished. Okay.
Yeah, but I think if let's say a mass murder kills like 20 people,
Yeah.
do we
Okay.
torture him in hell for 1 billion years, or we torture him in hell for the equivalent of the 20 murder?
Maybe look, Tacos.
The
If
whole hellfire thing doesn't
yeah,
make
yeah. No,
sense.
no, look, if that mass murderer didn't know what he's doing, okay, I'm sure God is not going to punish him in hellfire, okay? This is my belief. But if he knew that it is wrong and he was doing it, okay, then he's going to be punished. How long? 1 billion years or 2 billion years or 5 years or 10 years? That's up to God. I don't know.
But the thing with hell, see, but this is the thing with hell.
It's not a fire, by the way.
What is
Hell
it?
is hell is not fire. It's fire for us because we can touch fire. We know how painful it is
But how
fire.
are you gonna? But
I
how are you
think
gonna get punished with
no,
radiation?
it is like a nightmare. Okay, because we are soul. When we die, we are not material anymore. We are just energy. Okay, so we are soul. You know you cannot burn soul. So the burning and all this stuff was for people of the past because they couldn't understand.
So
Okay,
you're saying that the stories about hellfire burning them on spigots,
it's
roasting them.
metaphorical. Yeah, it's metaphorical. Okay, let me tell you like this. My son was saying that, asking me about heaven, and he was that time he was maybe 9 something, 8 or 9, and he was saying, "How is it?" I couldn't explain for him how is it, and he said that because I didn't allow him to have candies just once a week. He said, "Can I have candies as much as I want?" I said, "Yes." He would understand in this way. In this way, he would understand. Okay, that it's a beautiful place. You can have as much candy as you want. So this is a metaphorical. Even heaven, when it says about wine and such a things, it's like a beautiful dream. Okay, let me tell you, there is something called near death experience. Have you heard about that, Martin? Near death experience. Yeah, there.
yep.
I was reading what is it? Atheist doctor, surgeon. He went himself to this. He went to coma, and he was in that near-death experience. And he came back, and he started to believe because he was in heaven himself. He said that I was in love, that I would never fall in love in real life. And he was explaining that it could never be from my brain because this part of the brain and that part of the brain don't have a connection when you go to coma. He was explaining it scientifically. Okay, and he said I saw colors that I would never see in my life. Okay, so heaven for me is that beautiful. I see many times kind of that. I don't know, since I have become Muslim, I see beautiful dreams. Okay, and that I don't want to wake up from those dreams. Okay, so it is hundreds of thousands times maybe better than that. Okay, so this is for me, heaven and hell is like this nightmare or beautiful dream. Okay, great dream.
So how does Hitler get punished then? He gets punished by being in a perpetual nightmare.
He's yes, he's perhaps his soul will be always chased by these. I don't know if you have had nightmare. Everybody have had nightmare that you just when you wake up, you are shaking. You don't want to go back to that dream. So it should be like that. So that's a taste of that hell. Okay, that we sometimes we have when we sleep. So
So
it
this
should.
is so just to get on the same page here. This is just your opinion, right? This is your
Yeah,
version of it.
this is my belief.
But
Yes.
not what Muslims generally believe.
Muslims generally, I don't
People
know that.
believe in
I
hellfire
have,
and spigots and
yes, it is. That's in Quran. I haven't talked to every single Muslims. Okay, but there are Muslims who believe the same. Yeah, they believe that it is. We are not material. We are soul, and you cannot burn soul. It is totally different. It's out of our. It is another dimension. Okay, we cannot understand it.
but,
Tacos.
but, but when I'm talking to you about this stuff, you don't seem like a real Muslim to me.
Okay, no, I'm a very unreal.
It's like, I mean, like you could be, you coming off like, I don't know, a secular. I mean, these are like humanistic or secular. It,
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
really, you're not a real Muslim.
No, I'm
More
not.
You
close
don't
to
believe,
a
you don't
Christian.
believe. Maybe Martin could agree. From
Yeah,
the
You
no,
don't
no,
have
no.
to be
Let me
scared
tell
of
you.
Muji because
Tacos, yeah,
yeah.
tacos. I was in what was Trinity Channel. I was talking to them. Said, no, this is Christianity. I was saying,
Yeah.
yeah, they were saying, oh, this is Christianity. You're saying. I said that
so,
I learned. I don't know much about Christianity. I learned it from this Quran. Okay.
so basically, you don't believe literally. You believe in verses metaphorically,
Yeah,
sometimes
definitely.
like a
Yeah.
parable. So what you're saying is that this whole book that you believe in, you don't really believe in it.
No, look, Tacos. Chapter 3, verse 7, Quran says that there are verses of Quran that are unspecific, and the true meaning of them is known only by God, Allah, and those firm in knowledge. Okay, so it is not just how you read it. Quran says itself that these verses are not how you read it. They have interpretation. Okay, there are metaphorical. For example, in Quran says that Allah has two hands, but that's metaphorical. He doesn't have hands. Okay, because another verse of Quran says nothing is like Allah.
What about the one
Nothing.
what about the one he'll show his shin?
Sorry,
He'll show his shin.
that God has shin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you,
So you're talking this is all metaphor?
which verse shin? I don't know which verse
I
says
don't know.
that.
That's what people say.
That's it. I think it's a hadith, perhaps, because I don't think it's a verse of Quran. But the verse of Quran says like this: that the Jews try to tie Allah's hands. Their own hands is tied. Allah's both hands are wide open. Okay, so here Allah is talking about power, but as hands. Okay, Allah says in Quran as well that don't put yourself in hellfire with your own hands. That hands is metaphorical. It's deeds. Okay, don't put yourself in hellfire with your deeds. So hand is metaphorical here. It's deeds, not hands. Okay, because you cannot put yourself in hellfire with your own hands. Okay, you don't have hands anymore when you die. So it is your deeds. So the verses of Quran, some of them are, what is it?
Muji, the one
Unspecific.
guy is asking if you're a Quran only Muslim.
No, I believe in hadith. Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Which
see.
one is that? Iron
This
Man.
Iron Man, he says
Yes.
you're a Quran only Muslim.
No, I'm not. I
Lots of
believe in
Muslims are telling me you're a Quran
yeah,
only
because
Muslim. I don't know why.
because I reject fabricated hadiths. Okay,
Oh,
and then,
okay.
yeah, I believe in hadith. For example, a hadith says that Prophet Muhammad says that the pleasure you get in forgiveness, you will never get it in revenge. So that's a beautiful hadith, and is in line with Quran, definitely.
So why don't you just become a Christian then? Just believe that the Lord speaks in parables.
So become Christian.
Yeah,
You would
Yeah,
have
no,
to accept all of the
I
Quran,
have said, yeah,
hadiths.
I
If
have
he
no.
said,
accepts all of the hadiths, then he would become a Christian
Yeah,
because
the New Testament basically says our Lord speaks in parables. So why don't you just be a Christian and bypass this whole metaphor thing?
yeah, but the thing is that Taco says you just first time you are here, okay? Because I have said to Martin that I converted to Islam because Islam solve every single problems humanity is facing. Okay,
No.
so I
unless
want to
it's a
solve.
woman that gets beaten.
Yes, I want.
But Christianity does the same thing, though.
No, let me see. I have asked Martin, and he said that love. I said that love alone cannot solve the
Yes.
problems. Yes, so there is
Lots
a
of
yeah,
Muji's
there is a
problems can be
there is
solved
a
by love.
there is a
You won't hit
solution.
a woman if you love her.
No,
See
Martin,
Muji?
Martin, don't say that. It's not. It's
No,
not that.
I think Muji wants to be a good
It is
man.
like that.
I
Not
think
that
Muji
much.
wants. I think Muji wants to be a good man, but he's struggling with how to become one because he's got all this
I
baggage.
think he's
Because he's
pretty
got all,
good against other Muslims. He's pretty good against other
yeah, but he
Muslims
could
and
be.
want to
But he
cut
could be.
Christians' heads off. And
Yeah, but you know
he,
what?
on the other hand, loves Christians. So.
But you know what? But the perfect hour could become a better man as a Christian because then he doesn't have to
Yeah,
work. He
probably.
doesn't have
Because
to
then he
just
would have more love.
right because he
then
doesn't
would
have to
have more
just
love in his heart.
because he won't have to justify the hadiths, good hadiths versus fake
Yeah, but,
hadiths, chain of narration. He could just believe like our Lord speaks in parables.
and if he for what is it fabricated against us some
See,
living
doesn't that make sense, Martin?
Some of it.
I think Perfect Eye would make a better Christian than a Muslim.
I told you, Tacos.
He's slowly becoming a Christian. He's
He
slowly,
should be.
slowly.
I think he's very
He's
close.
rejecting lots of the hadiths just like we
I'm going
do.
to. I'm
So-
telling. I'm going to give my shahada in my what is it? In my debate with David Wood.
You're gonna begin the
Hallelujah.
shahada.
Hallelujah. No, I'm going to put for him this.
Okay, I got this other question.
What's your plan for David Wood? What's your
I'm
plan,
going-
Munchi?
I'm
Tell us
going-
your plan. We won't tell anyone. We won't
It's
tell anyone.
secret.
But-
It's secret.
But
Yeah, Tacos, what?
Okay, why do you have to pray 5 times a day at specific times? Like in Christianity,
I don't think
you
he does.
No,
But why do
of course
Muslims,
I do. Yes.
okay, why do Muslims have to pray at specific times 5 days a week, 5 times a day? Like Christians, they can pray whenever they want to,
We have
Mhm.
freedom.
right? Christianity is
Mm.
freedom. You can pray
But
anytime you want.
Muji has freedom as well a little bit because he doesn't pray 5 times, I think.
Yeah.
How many times does
Sometimes he
Muji-
skips. I think he skips
I-
sometimes.
yes.
Muji, how
I-
many times do you pray?
I pray 5 times a day.
You
He
pray
tries.
specific date, specific
Yeah.
time?
Times, yes.
But why do you have to do that? Like with Christians, you could pray anytime you want, whenever you
Yeah.
want to. You could pray in the shower. You could pray while before going to bed. There's no time schedule. You could pray as
Mhm.
much as you want or as little as you want. If you want to go 1 day a week to church, you can do that. You can pray every day. You could do whatever you want. You don't.
Mhm.
It's not mandatory to pray and worship.
Okay.
And there's freedom in that. But why do
Okay.
you have to pray at specific times, facing a specific direction? Like in Christianity, the Bible says, God dwells in the place that's not made of man, that's not made of man's hands,
Mhm.
not made of brick and mortar. But you're praying in a specific location to a specific area. 5 times it. Why do you have to do that?
It's a very deep discussion, Tacos.
Why?
Because it is. It has to do with solving our problems, every single problems we are facing on this planet. And in Mecca, something happens there that we prostrate towards that the solution to all our problems, because we have been talking to Martin a lot about that. Yeah, the source of all problems we are facing on this planet is from inequality.
Yeah,
And-
but that's not true though. When people go to Mecca, poor people go, wealthy people go, rich people go, and they all put on this white outfit. But the white
Yeah.
outfit is an illusion. After they leave Mecca, where do they go?
Yes,
They're
that's
go-
right.
they're going
That's
they're
right.
go- they're going back to their slum.
know.
They're going
Yeah.
back to their poverty. They're going
Yes.
back to their third world nation. And the rich guys who are wearing white too, they're going to their palaces. So
I
this
know.
idea that it creates equality is an illusion. It's
I
not true.
no tacos. What they do is not what God has commanded them, because they stand towards Mecca, the equality, and prostrate to it, okay, and say, "Show me the right way." Allah has shown them the right way. If they don't go that right way, it is their problem, their fault, okay. But and then when they go there, they dress equal and they say, "I accept it. I accept it." Okay,
But they're not.
But
equal,
then
in
they
real
go
life,
and
they're
forget
not.
it.
But in
Then
real
they
life,
go and
it's just an
forget it.
illusion. In real life,
Sorry?
it's just an illusion.
No, it's not illusion.
It is because they're going back to.
But then, yes.
Because
But it will change. Tacos, God has waited billions of years. It is time.
yeah, but we're
slowly,
not going to have the
slowly.
discussion. Get rid of capitalism, put socialism. That's ridiculous. Victoria Wells explained this to you. I mean, no, we're not going to go there because we did that last time. But the reality is that we're not all equal.
Okay. but
I'm
no,
not
we are-
equal. I'm not
no.
equal to you. You're not equal to Martin. Martin's probably smarter than I am.
Okay.
I'm not equal to somebody that has 150 IQ.
Yes.
You're
yes.
not equal to me.
No,
So
no, we
there
are
is no in life. There is no equality.
Yes. Okay. But
None of us are equal to each other.
yes, that's what a gift from God.
So
okay?
just an
That's a-
illusion.
No, look, that's a gift from God that He wants that you use it for to show that you are a human. Let me tell you like these tacos. We are all born like animals, okay? We decide to live like animal and die like animal, selfish, me, just me, or we decide to live like human and die like human. who love one another, sacrifice for one another. Okay, so yes, you can decide yourself. If you live and die like human being, you will be rewarded heaven. If you live and die like animal, like many people do, you will go to hell. That's the choice. Okay, so if you say that yeah, I'm stronger, then I want to become billionaire and live like a billionaire, and I don't care about billions of people who are living on $1 a day. That's an animal way of thinking. Okay.
Yeah, but the people that live on $1 a day, if you go back to the 1920s, people were making like 5 cents an hour.
Yeah.
And the 5 cents an hour covered everything. It covered their food, covered their rent. I mean, so wages. So when you talk about they live on $1 a day, that's based on relative. That's basically relative. Like in Los Angeles, for example, an apartment is like $2,500 for a good apartment. In New York, it might be $1,700. In Alabama, a nice apartment might cost $500 a month for rent. So people living on $1 a day, that's all relative to their economy. Maybe $1 a day is enough to buy food, enough to pay for oil, enough to pay for gas, enough to pay their utilities. Now, in $1 a day in Los Angeles, a homeless bum makes more than $1 a day in Los Angeles collecting bottles, and the city gives them money too. So that's all relative. Now, if you and me were living on $1 a day in one of those countries, that might be enough to sustain our nourishment, but not in the city like LA where you have to have $2,500 rent, otherwise you're going to be homeless on the street. So it's all in economic terms, that's all relative. To them, $1 a day is perfectly fine. If you want to give them $5 a day, $5 a day would be like them living upper class lifestyle. So it's all relative. So you just can't say, they're suffering because they're living on $1 a day. They're not suffering. They're surviving.
There are hundreds of millions of them in Africa, in India.
Yeah, but $1 a day goes a long way for that.
$1 a day is like just surviving.
Okay, so give them $5 a day.
No, I'm not going to give them a dollar, a penny a day. I want that everybody share everything with each other.
No, but
I don't want that anybody.
But it's all relative, though. It's all relative. Like I'll say this again in an analogy. You know the homeless bums in LA, 50,000 homeless bums in it living in tents. Are they suffering? No. They get their food, they get their benefits, they get their social programs. The city of LA spends millions, hundreds of millions of dollars every year to support the homeless bums. Are they suffering? No. They have all their needs met. So when I see when liberals say, "Oh, we have to help the homeless. We have to help the homeless, poor homeless. They're living in a tent in Los Angeles. Oh, they're suffering." They're not suffering. You know who's suffering the most? The guy who has to work 50, 60 hours a week to pay rent in Los Angeles for a $2,500 apartment. He's suffering. But the homeless bum gets everything he needs handed to him. He doesn't have to work to live in that homeless tent.
Do you know who David Wood is? David Wood? Hello?
So, Martin, am I making...
Do you know who David Wood is?
Martin, I want to ask you a question before I leave. Am I making sense with these analogies?
Tacos, I saw that you were writing something in the comment on video about that why I have left Iran and come to Sweden. Yes, I couldn't answer you because it's a very long story.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I write that stuff for effect to get people's attention.
No, would you like to know why I have left it?
Maybe because of the Civil War or something, right?
It wasn't that, because a dictatorship which was created by the West, by USA, by UK, that put there, and then I should run away and fight those dictators from here, Sweden. Okay, so that I love my country and I miss it a lot. 35 years I haven't seen my country, but I cannot go back because of a dictatorship there. All right. So I'm not
understand it. This is the human nature. Anytime there's a civil war or there's a massive outbreak, people generally tend to escape. We understand this. It's human nature. I would do the same thing too.
Yes.
I was living in El Salvador. There's a civil war, and people just killing each other.
Mm.
I try to escape to the mainland.
Mhm.
It's just common nature.
Mhm.
But I want to
Okay.
ask Martin: is what I'm saying makes sense by analogy with the homeless
Some of it.
and $1 a day?
Mm.
Tell me your thoughts on this.
But
Because
you
I don't
have
know
you
my
have to
perspective.
understand that in some sense in some senses we are not equal, in some we are. Like we're all made in the image of God, so in that way we're equal when it comes to the image of God. Like someone is not a baboon or an ape, you understand?
Right.
So yeah, that's all I wanted to add. But I wanted to ask Muji, like Muji, you have to say, okay, Muji is reading now.
Yes, I
Can you
was reading
multitask, Muji?
Iron Man.
Oh,
I
you're
don't know
reading
if
Iron Man.
Iron Man, if he's there, because Adriana went. I don't know. She said I feel
Yeah,
like
she didn't
wasting
like
my
Taco's
time.
voice or something.
Yeah, he didn't like she didn't like tacos, but okay, it's no problem. We love you,
But
my brother, tacos. Okay, and it's all right. We have disagreement, and it's okay. Some people maybe don't tolerate. Some people tolerate. Okay.
Look, I'm just trying to create content and controversy,
Yes,
make
yes,
it
yes.
excitement.
Yeah,
but Muji,
I might
yeah,
disagree
are they
with you a
still here?
lot, but it's okay, brother. You can talk. Yes.
Don't
To
worry,
Yeah,
guys.
they're
Martin.
I'm
still
not
here.
going to come for the listeners in the audience. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to be here every weekend just to make things exciting.
No, you are
My
welcome. You are
personality.
welcome.
I like
No,
to
To
don't
make
make
go.
it
Don't
exciting,
don't
you
go
have to
tacos.
scream it, Muji, to make it exciting. You have to scream it when you
yeah. Look,
disagree. Like
and look, I'm going to
Muji.
I'm going to be honest with the audience, like Iron Man and all these other guys. My goal is to get Muji to reject Islam and find the true Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just
All
let you
right.
guys know this.
Okay.
I'm here to turn him away from
Okay.
Muhammad
No,
and find
no,
I'm
like
here
no.
to help
David told
Muji.
you.
Tacos,
I
tacos. There
love
is
him,
one way. Look, there is one way you can do. I have said it to everybody. I'm going to
So
say it
but
guys,
he's lying.
To
He's
David
lying.
as well.
Muji is
I'm going to
lying
say it to
about this
David
one
as
way.
well. I
Muji's doing
one way.
taqiyya.
One way. Give
Muji's
me a
doing taqiyya.
no. Look, no. It's not a taquilla. No, it's tacos. I promise you right away here. Just one solution. I mean,
I
solution
gave
to
it to you.
one great problem we are facing on this
Love.
planet, and that's not
It's a solution.
fact. You have to give me
That's
the
the
fact.
solution, Muji.
Okay,
Love for
uh,
God and love for people.
tacos. For example, tobacco kills 5 million people a year on this planet.
And love
Okay,
solves
so,
that problem.
love cannot solve that problem,
It can.
unfortunately. Okay,
It
so
can.
if you give
It
me,
it
if you
can,
give
Muji.
me,
You're
Oh,
lying to me, Muji. You're
no,
oh,
lying.
so Muji. So what Muji is saying is he wants to be a fascist and a dictator like Castro or Mao, Chairman Mao. He wants to be like Pinochet. He wants to ban um
what
tobacco.
He
I
wants to
want to be
ban
like
currency.
Pinochet. No, I'm not going to ban anything. Tacos.
So
Uh,
why don't we just call him the perfect Maoist Dawa?
no, tacos. Who said that I want to ban anything?
Muji, you're a dictator like Mao. Cool. So
Tacos.
now we're gonna
Tacos.
call you the perfect Maoist Dawa.
No,
So you're a
tacos.
dictator. You want to abolish tobacco. You want to shut down tobacco companies.
No,
You don't want people to smoke cigarettes because you think it's bad for their health.
no.
So you're a Maoist.
Tacos. You hear me or not?
I hear you, but you're a Maoist.
No, tacos. Do you hear me or not?
Yeah, I want to ask you: do you want to ban and make tobacco
Tacos.
companies
You
help
hear
you?
me? Tacos. You hear me or not?
I hear you.
I feel that you don't hear me. I say I'm not
Taco
going to ban.
enjoys talking too
I'm
much.
not.
He
I'm
enjoys
yes,
talking too
yes.
much.
Tacos, I say I'm not going to ban anything. There is no compulsion in religion. Okay.
Well, you said
No,
last time you want to ban to make it hard
no.
for them to sell
Who said?
tobacco.
No,
You
who
did last
said?
time when we had a conversation.
No, you are wrong, Tacos. I said that I want a world where money doesn't exist. So these tobacco companies, they don't have any reason to produce and sell tobaccos and kill 5 million people.
But they have
I'm
a
not
right
going
to
to.
do it, though.
Sorry?
People have a right to smoke cigarettes and kill themselves if they want to.
Yeah, no, yes. The thing is that even in secular system, you don't have the right to use drug and kill yourself. They catch you and put you in jail. So
Look,
you
the
cannot
perfect
say that.
Maoist. Look,
Sorry?
the perfect Maoist.
No, but what
Don't
purpose?
be. Just admit it. You want to be a dictator. You want to have your utopia. You want to tell
No,
people what to do.
no.
You want. Like this. This is the perfect Maoist dawa, in my opinion.
Okay.
Look, guys, I have to
you see,
ban drugs.
Muji
I have
doesn't
no,
sound like a dictator to me. He
tacos,
doesn't sound like a
tacos,
dictator.
tacos. You say that in the West, in secular countries like Sweden and I don't know USA, you have the right to use what is it, cocaine and heroin and kill yourself. Tell me, do you have the right to do that?
Yes, perfect Maoist Dawa. This is my impression of the perfect Taoist Mawa.
No, you see
Maoist.
now, Martin. Do you think that he's now trying to avoid the answer?
I don't
No,
know
I want
what he's trying to have some fun. He just
yes,
put
I
he's
want
there
to
in
say
the
making
private
trouble.
chat. I have to work
okay.
with him to have fun, you know. So
This is
would you
my
just check
impression.
there in the private chat?
This is my impression of the perfect
Tacos, I
Maoist.
asked you a question.
Listen, you
Tacos,
guys. This is the
tacos.
perfect Maoist. Let's go with this. We want to have fun with the audience. All right, let's have some fun. This is what I do. I'm a comedian. I do comedy all that. This is my profession.
I think
Yes.
everyone left because you were.
This is my impression of the perfect Dawa.
we were
the
talking the
perfect
whole time. I
Maoist.
don't know.
Listen, you guys, because I love you. I don't want you to eat sugar, so I'm gonna ban it. I love you. I don't
No,
want you to smoke cigarettes. I'm gonna ban it. I want to be the perfect dictator out of love.
no,
for
I'm
you.
not going to ban. I'm not going to ban anything. I said
Is
that
this
I'm.
Martin? Is this your impression of the perfect
I
Maoist?
told you, yes, that's your wrong interpretation. What is it? Impression. I said that I want that we live in a world where we share everything with each other, and money doesn't exist, so that people don't produce drugs and then what is it, alcohol and cigarettes and other things to kill each other, or weapons, even weapons. So you say that we have to have freedom to kill each other, to
Yeah, we have
bomb
to
each
have
other.
freedom to kill each other.
Yes, to kill each other, to bomb each other. But that's you should be secular, not Christian, not because God doesn't want us to kill each other. Okay,
Well, that's why we have the court system.
the court system. So what you want that people kill each other, and then you want to put court system to fix it, and jail. Yes, we have jail.
Well, that's the job. That's the job.
All right. So you mean that in Christianity you have the freedom of killing people?
No. In Christianity is about being saved and going to heaven. Your sins are
No,
forgiven.
saved. I
But-
said, do you? No, tacos. Do you have the freedom to kill people in Christianity?
You have the free will to kill people. Yes.
Yeah, okay, the free will, but then you will go to hell. Yeah.
No.
No,
you
no,
will
no,
go
okay.
to jail.
You
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to jail,
that's
and then you go to
Christians will
hell.
throw you into jail.
Martin,
Yeah.
you go to hell and jail, and then you go to hell.
No,
Both.
this is how it works. This is how it works.
Yeah.
If I'm a Christian, let's say, right,
Yeah.
and I met Jesus on the street, and I told Jesus, listen, Jesus, I just killed a bunch of people. Protect me. The Romans are coming to get me. What do you think Jesus is going to do? Is he going to protect me, or is he going to tell me to face up my face? He's
But
going to
are
tell
you
me.
a Christian?
He's going
Are
to.
you a Christian, tacos? Because you
Jesus
don't
will-
sound
no,
like one.
this
I
is how
don't
it
know.
works. Jesus, this is my
He
opinion.
doesn't sound like one.
This is
I
my
don't know.
opinion. Jesus will tell me, I forgive your sins. Don't do it anymore. But that doesn't mean you're not going to go to prison and be tortured and punished.
Uh-huh.
Jesus can't prevent the government from putting me in prison and punishing me. He
Okay,
can
but how
forgive,
about next life? No, how about next life?
Well,
He
he
will
can-
put you in hell.
well, he'll forgive my sins if I'm
Okay.
sincere. And he tells me, okay,
If you repent.
So
Yeah,
even
if you repent.
even in Islam, if you are sincere, you can repent.
yeah, but in Islam, you get
But
to go
you
to
are not-
hellfire. In Christianity, there's
Sorry?
no hellfire. Oh, only the Muslims go to hell, and
No,
the
come on.
Buddhists and the Hindus, they all go to hell except the Christians.
I
Christian
think Muji
does-
should repent for not accepting the Bible's solution of
So-
love. Love is the solution, Muji. And
Yeah,
Muji
according-
doesn't want to accept it.
Yeah.
He's searching
No,
for
love
the
is good.
solution, but I give it to him, but he
No,
doesn't want it.
love is good, but
According to my religion, the perfect Tao is going to hell.
yeah, I know that according to your religion.
What religion are you following?
And according to my
Your
religion,
own. He made his own religion, I think.
and
Muji.
according to my religion, the perfect Dawa. I just want to say, God forbid. I hope this never happens to the perfect Dawa. I hope he never gets reincarnated with bad karma in the city of Detroit.
Okay.
So if I'm a Hindu, I'd say, well, I hope the perfect Dawa. As long as you don't do bad karma, you'll have a good reincarnation in your next life.
Mhm.
And so
There's no next life. here.
No, but what I'm saying is that every culture has its own system, so there's no such thing as the one true religion or the one true culture. I mean, Muslims have their tradition, the Buddhists have theirs, the Hindus, the Christians, the communists, the Maoists have
Yeah, but
theirs.
they contradict each other, so only one of them should be correct. Like if there's a
Mm.
contradiction,
Yeah, but
like
see, that's the thing.
say the one religion says we don't really exist, and the
Yeah,
other
but,
says we do,
but that's the
then
thing, Martin. Though
one is
all
true
these,
and one is
but,
not. Hmm?
but that's a different. But that's true, Martin. That all these religions contradict each other. Like Buddhism believes in karma reincarnation, but they don't believe in the self, whereas Hinduism believes that there's a self. And although they have similar ideas, they don't all agree with each other on theological things. So this idea of a one true religion doesn't make sense because throughout history we've always had different theologies with different theologies. So none of it makes any sense.
Yeah, but it's like in science, there's different theories of the world, and
Right.
if you use that idea that okay, there's different theories, if there was, there
Right.
would only be one theory if there was really a world. So there's no world.
So
It's the same kind of.
but what if like the idea of God that we believe it is just a metaphor? Maybe God doesn't exist, it's just a metaphor. Could that be true too?
No,
I don't know. I
no,
don't think so.
that cannot be true because
Why?
what is it there?
What do you mean a metaphor? Like what?
What if there is like a
No, here.
being that created the universe that has a
Hmm?
brain, that has a mind, but that being that we think is our God because our religion tells us so is not true? I mean,
But look,
we can
okay,
have
let
a
me-
It doesn't matter what
No,
we
tacos.
created us. We would still call it God. Like
Yeah,
okay, but the God idea that we have on earth that we invented, we created, we believe that God is this, God is that. What if the creator of the universe, if such a being exists, what if that being has nothing to do with what we think he is? Just because I believe God is a frog, a God isn't.
yeah, God is beyond our
But that
imagination.
doesn't mean that that's what God is.
Yeah, God
See?
is beyond our imagination. We can't
So
even.
So the guy that we're talking about, he does this, he does that, he does this, he punishes, he rewards. Maybe God doesn't do any of this. Maybe God has nothing to do with Muhammad.
okay, let me tell you.
Jesus
Okay,
and
tacos.
Krishna.
Let
Could
me
that
tell
be
you.
true?
Okay, let me tell you. He might doesn't do any of this. Okay, but this is what he has said. Okay,
But how
So-
do you know he said this though?
sorry,
But how do you know he said this?
because these people of the past, these prophets,
Maybe
who
they're
came-
lying.
No, let me tell you, tacos. Okay, please. Those people of the past who came and said that we are prophets of God, they couldn't possibly know what I have read from them. They could not possibly know such a things.
But
Okay,
how do you know they're
Thousands.
lying?
because how do I know that they are not lying?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me
Maybe
read
they're
for
just
you.
pretending to be.
Okay, let me tell you.
Do you believe
Tacos.
Caesar is God?
Tacos. Let me read for you something. No.
Yeah,
sorry.
rather I should ask Muji, how do you know that thieves are not lying? Like,
no,
that's a harder
just-
question.
Yes.
Yeah, how do you know Muhammad wasn't lying?
No, look. Yeah.
Maybe Muhammad made it up. He was pretending. How do
Yeah.
we know?
Tacos.
No, I'm serious about this. How do we
Yeah.
know that the person that we believe in is not making it up? I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way by analogy. Perfect Maoist way. Do you know who David Koresh is?
Sorry, do
Do
I
you know who
what?
David Koresh is?
No, I don't know.
Okay, David Koresh, he believed himself to be a prophet, and his job was to open up the seven seals and interpret the seven seals.
Okay.
How do we know he wasn't just a crazy madman who made it all up?
I don't know him. Okay, I cannot, talk about somebody that I have never read about him and I don't know about him. Let me read for you this. Somebody 1400 years ago says like this: "Have those who disbelieve not considered that the heavens and the earth were a joint entity?" Okay, we know now today that the entire universe was a joint entity. This much like maybe a baseball, a baseball, yeah. Or a basketball, tennis ball, something like that. All right. And then, entity. And we separated them and made from water every living thing. Then they will then will they not believe? This is one of many other verses that talk about the beginning of the Big Bang, how the world, and then how every living things came to exist from water. Somebody 1400 years ago, a liar, he couldn't even possibly know such a things.
But how do you know? But how do you know that people in history didn't already know this stuff? Like for example, like Greek mythology or Roman science or like Hindu or science. I mean, how do you know that this stuff wasn't like very common during that era and the Arabs just picked it up?
That it wasn't, because
how do you know?
Okay, because you can show me that, for example, in their book Gita is written, or the Greek mythology is written like this, then I will think that
what if I can though? But what if I can prove it?
Let me say, if you can show me, then they were also from God, because how I came to because I was atheist, Tacos. How I came to believe was that when I learned about Hinduism, I knew about Abrahamic religion. I knew that there is an end to this world in Abrahamic religion. Then I learned about science, that there is an end to this world as well in science also. And then I learned about Hinduism, that they believe in reincarnation. I was asking them how long this reincarnation. They were saying forever. Ever doesn't exist. And I have made a movie. It is on my channel. I went and studied different, from Mexico to Greece, to Egypt, to India. I read about these ancient religions, and all of them, they have nothing in common with each other. The only thing they have in common is that they have multiple gods, but their gods is always according their surrounding, their surrounding environment. For example, North India to South India, their gods is totally different, because South India, they were fishermen. Their gods is more sea creatures, But Abrahamic religion, I realized that despite they have been so separate in time, 600 years, 1,500 years, it is as though somebody has, controlled them. They have one source, and they all says that there is an end to this world, So this is something that made me to wake up, that how could people of the past only this, that there is an end to this world. And not only that, later I read that, my God, he even knew how the world will end, which theory. There are 3 different theories today, how the world will end. And 2 of them, they will not repeat anymore the world. But one of them, which is called pulsing theory as well, says that the world will end and then recreate again and again and again.
Okay, so, but here's the thing though. I mean, even if it got certain things like scientifically, maybe we can grant that, but that doesn't lead to enlightenment.
And it doesn't mean, look,
it's not about that.
Tacos, I say that doesn't mean either that I have to worship a God, an almighty God that cannot solve our problems that we are facing on this planet. Let me tell you,
signs and wonders doesn't lead to enlightenment.
No, Tacos, I didn't convert to Islam because of scientific facts, because God exists. I converted to Islam. I converted to Islam. Yes, they do. But I converted to Islam because I found the solution to all our problems in Islam. So I want to live I want to live in a world where people don't get killed, love one another. They don't kill each other. They don't bomb each other.
But God is killing people every day with disease, cancer, pestilences. He's doing it, killing himself.
Yes. That's, first of all, that disease and such things. It's natural. It is not. I don't think that God do that, because if God is doing that, then we interfering his job by creating medicines. So we are stopping his job, you mean? No, that's not natural nature. In the past, more people were dying. Today, no. Today, we have become wiser, smarter, and we stop it. For example, this coronavirus, the same virus came during, that Spanish virus killed 50 million. How many million people killed that virus? But today it doesn't. So it means that we are stopping God. God cannot kill us more. No, it is natural. It is nature. Some, this, for example, tsunami happens, earthquake happens. These are nature, and I don't think that God do that, but has left it to the nature. Okay, so yes,
But I wanted to ask a question, Muji.
yes.
Muji,
Yeah.
do you think there's no problems in Islam? Does
There is-
Islam cause no problems? Because I see you
no.
have a video here why Muslim world is in chaos.
Yeah, I have a video. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't watched the whole video yet,
Yeah.
but there's
I-
a video of why the whole Muslim
Oh, yeah,
world is in
okay.
chaos.
I
You remember that?
yes, I remember. I did something, but I was I don't remember which topic I was doing, but mostly yeah. Okay, now I think I remember. It was because I was trying to show that. Yeah, it was a very short. I showed a video. If you can play it, maybe I was showing a video where Obama's what is it? Foreign minister. Yeah, his name was John Kerry. When he goes and meets Iranian president's brother, and the Iranian regime is ISIS regime, is a fascist regime, has killed millions of people, and it was they were hugging each other.
Should I show it?
Yeah, you can show a little bit. Yes, please.
Which place should I show?
Yeah, you can bring it up. I will tell you. Yes, I will tell
Okay.
you. So I
Let me
was
just
trying.
see.
So I was trying to show that this chaos is because these powers, they want it to be in chaos. USA. Okay, let me see.
Is it working?
All right. Yeah,
Can
you
you
see
see it?
here. Yeah, you see here. Yeah, there is John Kerry, and that's Iranian fascist regime flag, and that guy beside him is Iranian president's brother. That he's coming to send Obama's condolence to this terrorist fascist ISIS guy. Okay, and then Obama paid them over $100 billion. Donald Trump was always mentioning it, that Obama paid them so much money, and all those money went to Syria, to Yemen, to Iraq, to make war and conflict. Okay, if you play it, you see how they are played, please. These ISIS, leaders.
Wait, let me just put it slower. Is that
Yeah,
the right
that's
speed
John.
and the right
Yeah, it's the right speed. Yeah, he said.
the sound okay?
Yeah, he
Okay.
said President Obama sent his condolence. Obama sent also his condolence to these ISIS, leaders, and there is no difference between this Khamenei and Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. As I said, the only difference is that Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was killed before he even could kill any close numbers that this fascist Khamenei has killed, and Khomeini. Okay, let me stop it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Should I
this
put it away?
yeah, this Khamenei, yeah, he killed. Okay, you can play a little bit further, maybe. This Khamenei has killed millions of people. Yeah, play here, play. You see what they do.
Just
Is,
stop.
you see that in Iran they mass execute people. It's ISIS regime. You can put it on silent. I will on the street.
Okay.
They, hang people. Let players. They hang people. Yes, these are children. They are executing in public, children. So this ISIS regime, and
They call themselves Muslims, right?
Yeah, chopping hands. Yes, no, they are
Following the
a bunch of
Quran, trying to follow it.
absolutely not. They are a bunch of mafia. They are a bunch of mafia terrorists. They kill more. These are Muslims. They are killing. They kill.
But wrong understanding of the Quran is causing problems,
not at
right?
all. No, Martin.
Because
they
kill, get this.
Martin, they kill even their own friends. Because their own friends has, for example, that guy is showing his finger. Yeah. Do you see that guy who's showing his finger?
Yeah.
His close friend was one of Iranian, high posited, people. And he killed many. He was a deputy of Iranian, intelligence minister, deputy of Iranian intelligence minister. and that guy killed many people. Then, because it was a fight between two factions in Iran, yeah, then they caught that guy and put him in jail, and then they killed him in jail to help the leader run away from this persecution and so on. So they don't care about their own friends, anything. All they care about is power and money. Okay.
But why is the Muslim world in chaos, according to you? Like all these
Because,
problems, it
because
has nothing to do with the Quran or what?
no, look, no, let me see. This lady, you see, she is leading the organization that is fighting against Iranian regime, but the West doesn't allow this organization. They are the best Muslim. They are the most. They love, even Christian, Jews, Marxists, everybody love this organization. But the West put them in terrorist list. They bombed them. They were trying to destroy them because they want to leave. See, that guy is shaking hand with that mullah. He was Jack Straw, British foreign minister. Okay, and that Jack Straw, he stop here. I will tell you that Jack Straw. Okay, he was kicked out of British Parliament a few years ago for corruption. Okay, that guy persuade George Bush to bomb my organization because he loved the mullahs. The other one beside him was French foreign minister. French foreign minister signed a contract with the Iranian regime, $2 billion contract. 2 days later in Paris, they played in Paris. They attack that lady's compartment. The biggest organization against, you see, these are the police are going to arrest the opposition leader, that Mariam Rajavi. They wanted to send her back to Iran so that she be executed, but because there were a lot of protests from the war, they couldn't send her to Iran. They were forced to release that Mariam Rajavi, you see. So they were very angry against this French President Jacques Chirac. Jacques Chirac was even saying that if now she's released. Yeah, after 11 days they were forced to release her. So Jacques Chirac was saying that even if this is Jacques Chirac, even if Iranian regime has 2-3 nuclear bomb, it doesn't matter. So they don't care even Iranian fascist ISIS regime has nuclear weapon. Okay. So this is why the Middle East is in chaos, because the West want it in chaos so that they don't develop. They sell their weapons to these countries. Obama sold $275 billion weapon. This this is a little bit too much stuff.
Okay.
You can watch it later. Okay. This guy was French citizen, and then French, they gave it up to Iranian regime in exchange for one French I think prisoner in Iran, and he got executed in Iran. So anyway, they do whatever for money, unfortunately. So why it is in chaos? Because we want to bring Iranian regime down, but they don't allow us. Okay, because they want this Iranian regime spread in right now. Joe Biden in Vienna, together with European Union, they are trying to save Iranian regime in a negotiation. Okay, and we are very afraid that they help Iranian regime to get nuclear bomb. All right,
that's gonna be crazy. But
yes,
Muji, are you ready for your debate with David Wood, or do you still have to prepare?
No, I'm very ready, and I'm very.
Can I give you a few
excited.
tips, Muji?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Host an after show after that. Like, tell the people you're gonna host the
I'm
after
going
show.
to do that.
And then,
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, because then lots of people are gonna come.
Yeah, I remember it very well. Yes, I'm.
And they might scream at you and stuff. So just watch out.
It's okay, no problem. They can come and scream.
And Muji, you should perhaps I don't know, ask him for, I don't know, be friends with him. Tell him you want to be friends with him, but you're gonna be hard on him. Like, you're gonna take down you're gonna take him down, but
no, I'm
you
not
still want to be because you said something about you want to be friends with him or something.
No, look, I said that I wanted to do that with AP, but I realized that unfortunately they just care about their business. Okay, they don't care about to be a friend. They are not like you. Okay, They just want their, if they realize, they say, oh no, we are sorry, Islam is not what ISIS says, what not Taliban says, or at least they say that, okay, there are two different interpretations of Islam, and one is beautiful, another one is terrible. If they say like that, then what is it? Perhaps they lose many of their followers. That's why they don't give up. They want to continue.
I think they would say that they like your interpretation much better.
Yes, they
And
said
but David Wood also has a video of telling people how to love Muslims, like Christians,
But
that they should love Muslims.
Martin,
He has but he doesn't follow it that good, because
no,
it says
exactly.
in
Yeah,
the
look,
video that you should respect
yeah,
people and stuff like that. He might.
yeah. I mean, in Quran, there is a verse that says that do not mock their God, because they will mock your God as well. Okay, so I don't think that it is right for me that I say here, oh Martin, I love you, and then I start to tear Bible and chew it.
Yeah,
It's crazy. I say I never. You saw that.
Do you have that
forest,
verse for me?
Martin.
You know
I will
that?
find it. I will find it.
Okay, thanks.
Martin. You remember that Forrest came to attack you. I said, hey, Forrest, you have no right to attack him. I'm not
Yeah, but he
going
was
to allow
cursing.
you. Yes, I'm
You
not
didn't
going,
like the cursing.
exactly. I said that I'm not, I didn't want even him to, tell you why it's right here is, if there was something in Christianity that was dangerous for humanity, yes, I would talk to you. I say, Martin, this part is bad. It's going to, you are going to kill people with this part and so on. You know yourself, I'm against this wrong interpretation of Islam. And I say that, no, this is not like this. This is absolutely killing of apostate. It's against Quran. It's against Islam. So I am myself against them, and I'm fighting it. Okay. So if your religion also had something like that, then I would, yes, definitely talk to you. But when it doesn't harm me, I respect your religion. I respect your beliefs. Whatever you believe in, might not believe in it, but your judgment is with God, is not with me. I love you, and I want to be, in peace with everybody. Okay, and I want peace with everybody. Okay.
Hopefully, you can be in peace with Apostate Prophet and David Wood.
I tried with Apostate Prophet, but 2 days later,
It didn't sound like it. You were like,
no, yeah. Look, the thing is
and
that
they were like back at you.
No, look, Martin. In those two debate, I tried it, but later I realized he went totally again, and then did all this trash stuff again, and he accused me to be a supporter of terrorist organization. Then I said that, no, you are not going to continue like this. I thought you have changed. At least you come out and say, look, there is a good side of Islam as well, this organization here, but you just within 2 days, you decided that this organization, 42 years I'm supporting it. I haven't seen that this is a terrorist organization. Within 2 days, you start to say that, 1400 years ago, if something has happened, it's difficult for you to understand that one. It's okay. I understand that it's difficult, but this is 21st century. I'm alive. You could write for me in my mail that, Muji or Perfect Dawah, here this guy says like this, what is your response? I would give my response, and if you realize that my response is not good enough, then you would say, okay, yes, this one is correct, and he's supporter of a terrorist organization. But you didn't ask me.
Where did he get this information? Where did he get this information that you're involved in a terrorist organization? Because Muji doesn't look like a terrorist to me. Like,
let me tell you. Let me see. I think it was. I made a video about that. Let me find it. Okay, because
I think I watched some of it.
Yeah,
probably watched all of it, but I was fast through it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. That guy. Okay. Let me find it.
You also have like a video where you claim he says Islam is beautiful or something like that.
Yeah, I know. I talked to him, and then he said that. Yeah, he said that.
He said that he likes your Islam much better than the real Islam.
Yeah, he said that. He admitted, but later he went and then changed totally because somebody. Okay, yes, it is here. I don't know.
Muji, are you gonna debate one day Christian Prince or not? Do you know Christian Prince?
Christian Prince, he's a little bit more hateful,
Is he really hateful? But you have to quote for him the Bible verses that he may not be hateful towards you and stuff before. They don't be nice. They have to be
Yeah,
nice.
okay. I found the let me see if I can share this one because I found it. I found it for you. I will share it. Let me see. Share.
Muji is getting better at technology.
Yeah, slide.
Usually it was just like Martin, help.
Yeah, yeah. Now, let
Now
me
he's
see.
getting better.
Why apostate prophet? Okay, here. You see it, yeah?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I cannot hear it.
Okay.
You
Yes.
you muted it.
Yes.
You
I
cannot
muted.
have dialogue
Let
with
me see.
such a people like apostate prophet who just think about their business. They don't care about the truth, and he's quite uneducated,
Muji sometimes makes these
other
sweeping statements.
so-called ex-Muslims
Let me see.
Sweeping statements of like this guy knows absolutely
ran away
nothing.
from
Is the
Sorry,
issue.
what you said? Okay. Yeah. Here. Let me see. Wait.
18th of November 2021 for the first time.
Yes, for the first time for the 18 of.
And I explained a little bit for him, and he said, okay, I have to look up myself. And 2 days later, in my second debate with him, which was November 20, after 2 days, he came to this conclusion that MEK is a terrorist cult.
I told you,
The issue is
an organization that they are.
engage us in terrorist activities. We know that. Okay, here is the issue.
What you said, Redwan, what you said? You said
Okay.
terrorist.
Whatever it is that engage in organizations, in political, militant, active.
You see that he he said to us that we know that. He certainly know that it's a terrorist organization. When I asked him again, he said, "Okay, we
Against Iran. I don't really care about that.
I don't really care about." And then I was going to play it tonight, but it wasn't possible. It is on another computer. That what is it in Midvision? He said that no, I didn't say anything about terrorism. You see here, he said that it's a terrorist organization.
Iran, they are Iranian against Iranian fascist terrorists.
Okay,
Where they talk about my debate with
here is this atheist republic. Okay, that girl. Okay,
She gets angry at the apostate
yeah,
prophet.
yes, she said she sent a super chat that what is it? The Perfect Dawah is following a terrorist organization, and then he asked me. I was explaining for him. Then let me see here. Okay, I don't know if it is obvious there. They
You
shared
can make
a
it
link.
bigger.
Yeah,
You
is
can
it
click on
possible?
bigger.
Let me see. Bigger like this, or
And you can also increase the screen thingy.
okay. How?
There's a square there in the corner. Do you see the square? If you look down the plate button, or you can just play it like this. But there's a square that if you click it, then it opens. But it's on the screen that you're
Yeah.
currently
Is it
sharing.
is it
Yeah.
is it now fine?
It's on a video,
Okay.
on the YouTube video.
Yeah,
You
I
see
don't
there's
know.
a square at the side or not?
Okay, let me.
Or you can just play it.
Yes, I just play it like this. Okay, let me. Where are your voice? Okay. You
See,
mean
if you
on
there's
the
a square.
video
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now
uneducated.
look here, apostate prophet. Here he wrote. I don't know if it's visible or not. He said that. Sorry, I thought that. Okay, he was. I don't know. Do you see? You read that? Can you read that, or it's very small?
I can't. You have to put the quality higher, I think.
Yeah, I don't
but
know. It's the quality is bad now. Okay, but
Yeah.
anyway, he said that he further research and he realized that it's a terrorist organization.
State prophet, he came to this conclusion within 2 days. Okay, if you see the what is the time? Also, here is November 20. Is 2 days after I had debate with the apostate prophet, and he came to this conclusion that MEK is a cult. And then you open here the comments. you see that here, Atheist Republic, they have shared a link here. Here is some information about the MEK. When you click on this link, okay, you come to this.
Rajavi's deputy, Mehdi Abrishamchi, voluntarily divorced his wife, Mariam.
Okay, it's a little bit slow. When you click on the link, it comes to this site or YouTube channel of NIAC, NIAC. Okay, so the link is from NIAC. NIAC or NIAC is a lobbyist organization that work for Iranian regime in USA. The guy sitting in the middle, his name is Trita Parsi. He's the founder of NIAC, and he's a lobbyist for Iranian regime. And here you see him running after Iranian delegation and meeting them here as well, the Iranian delegation in USA, okay, because he's just working for Iranian fascist regime. And one also great proof that these uneducated people in 21st century, they cannot even understand this, that this organization is just a freedom fighter organization. How they can understand what happened 1400 years ago in Arabia, 1400 years ago? Absolutely, they cannot understand.
Let me say, do you see me now? No, I have to change.
No, I don't see you. Okay, now I
Okay.
see you.
I should, I didn't can maybe said it there, but I maybe had said it. The video that was explaining these things, yeah, the video, you saw that video, was from Al Jazeera TV, okay? Al Jazeera is a Qatari TV, okay? You know that Qatar is under sanction of Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, and Egypt. Why? Because Qatar is an ally to Iranian regime. Can you imagine? Suddenly, Qatar, Al Jazeera TV channel make a documentary movie against Iranian opposition group. Okay, that this group is a terrorist cult, and so from where they get all this information from Iranian regime. And this.
So Muji, are you 100% sure about every facts you have? Are you 100%?
Okay,
Because Tacos is like doubting this. He's doubting the facts.
Okay, let me show you more then. Okay.
What is he talking about?
Continue.
David MS, who was killed in a terrorist attack, he was such a great supporter of such an organization, MEK. Who can believe that Sir David MS could support a terrorist cult?
You know, David MS was killed a few months ago by a terrorist in London. Do you remember? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you remember him? Yeah, he was killed by a knife man. He was a great man. Okay, he was supporter of MEK.
Why was he killed?
We don't know the reason, but a terrorist guy who he went and stabbed him to death.
A Muslim.
Yes, he was a Muslim. Yes, but I don't know who was behind that. But anyway, this David MS was a great MP, British MP, and he was a great supporter of MEK.
After Raisi's emergence as president in Iran, the United Kingdom, European Union, and United States of America must unite behind the NCRI, its president-elect, Mrs. Mariam Rajavi, and the people of Iran, because they are our best allies to secure a free Iran.
We Brits want the Iranian people to enjoy the same freedoms that we do. And we have a very large number of Brits here to join forces with you in this cry to free Iran. Members of the House of Commons, members of the House of Lords, we stand united each and every.
beliefs and ideas, but the
You know many of us on this
beliefs and ideas, but the main group in NCRI is MEK.
You see this John McCain, he was US presidential nominee, okay, and he's supporter of MEK as well. There are so many other evidences that I could show you, okay.
Okay, it's good. I believe
yes.
you, Muji.
Yes, but, I mean,
I
just
think I misunderstood Tacos. He's talking
Yeah.
about someone else.
yes. Just a few months ago, Donald Trump, vice president, and his foreign minister, both of them were supporting MEK because they know that this organization is the only one that can, finish Iranian fascist regime, and this organization is the only solution to. And then you see that women are leaders in this organization. Okay, the women in this backward Muslim world, they are oppressed. They cannot even drive cars in Saudi Arabia, for example. But MEK, they drove tanks, they fly helicopters, they were, they carry guns, they were the biggest enemy of Iranian regime, and they lead the army of men, okay, Muslim women, and they lead prayers and so many, beautiful things. So these are, and then Martin, my brother, he was Islamophobe. He hated Islam because he was oppressed by, mostly by my father. My father was very, very religious.
I might also be an Islamophobe, perhaps. Muji.
Sorry?
I might
No,
also
here.
join your brother in Islamophobia.
But let me tell you, Martin, and he's not the only one. There are so many others who support MEK. Okay, when it comes to MEK's Islam, they say, okay, this is different. Okay, they like it, and he is working. He was 4.5 years in jail for supporting MEK, despite he doesn't like Islam at all. Okay, but now because he's working closely to MEK, he's somehow starting to support Islam as well. But he's not still like that. But anyway, because he see that there is a difference between MEK's Islam and the Islam that mullahs and so on. But despite this, everybody knows that these mullahs of Iran, they are a bunch of businessmen. They don't care about Islam. They care about their pockets. They sell gods. They just lie so much, without any problem. They lie.
How many times have you lied, Muji? How many times have you lied?
I never lie to harm anybody. Okay, never.
Are you
But
sure?
people, yeah, definitely. I never will lie to harm
So
people.
when do you
But-
usually
but-
lie?
But whenever, for
You lie
example,
to me, Muji.
no, definitely I'm not lying
you
to you,
sure?
my brother. Sure, 100%. Look, I for example, I lied. For example, my brother, I was inside a home, and in Iran, I had run away from military, and I wanted to get out of the country. I was home. My brother opened the door. The military was. They were outside. They were asking for me. My brother said he's not home, despite I was home. Such a time, you have to lie. Okay, you cannot say the truth because they would catch me and take me to the army, and then I should fight for that fascist Khomeini. So he's not. He said no, he's not home. He has gone. He went to Europe. He wanted to go to Europe, despite I was home. So later I should run away. So definitely, such a moment you need to to lie, and even under to torture in jail. For example, they took me in jail. They were asking me about a demonstration. Where you were? What did you did that day in that demonstration? I was there 3 days. Okay, and I was very, very lucky that I was with my father. Okay, my brothers, both my brothers, they were already in jail. Okay, because of supporting that organization. One of them, after 7 years, he was executed. Of course, yeah, you know that. And this brother, who is now living in Sweden, he was there 4.5 years, and he was a great, mathematician. He was a teacher, and anyway, he was there. So they caught me as well, together with another brother and my father. And my father was supporter of the regime that time. So I was also in a demonstration, and then they asked me where you were that day. I said, which day? I don't remember. Despite I was in that demonstration. If I said I was in that demonstration, I would be also executed. I said, which day? I don't remember which day you are talking about. You know, I don't remember. So I was deceiving in this way. That's very, very, you are obliged to do that. Even God says in Quran, if you can even say that I don't believe in Islam, if you see that your life is in danger, but not from your heart, okay? Just, you can say, that's called taqiyya, that so many people, they say, oh, he's doing taqiyya. No, taqiyya is only this time that you are saving your life, or somebody comes and asks, where is Martin? You are a Jew, Second World War, fascists, Nazis come and say, where is Martin? I cannot say that Martin is my home. I have to say, I don't know where is Martin. Who is Martin? Or
Which
even if
Martin? You have to ask which Martin.
Yeah, which Martin? Something like this. Yeah. So I have no right. I have no right to say the truth when the truth is disaster. Create a disaster.
You don't think Muji would say, there's Martin in my house, the guy that there is against
Go and
Islam?
kill him.
He's against Islam. Kill him. Kill him.
You are not against Islam. Yeah. You are definitely against that Islam that I am also against. Yes.
Yeah, the ISIS Islam.
Yes, I'm also against that. I'm not fighting it. That guy didn't come tonight. I asked him to come, but he didn't come tonight.
Was he too scared?
Okay, quick question for the perfect Maoist Dawa.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of the stuff that you say, and I think Martin also might agree, just to be serious here, because we lost some listeners because they don't like my comedy.
Yeah, okay.
It sounds like you have a lot of humanistic values, like secular humanists. A lot of atheists will say, yeah, he has our humanistic values.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're like a humanist type.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
With all that said, why do you need Islam?
I have explained, my brother. I said that.
No, I mean, I understand, but from a
okay, let me tell you like this, okay?
No, so I'm talking psychologically.
All right,
you seem psychologically, you seem like a nice man.
Okay.
You and me and Martin can probably get together.
Yeah.
Go to a bar, have a couple of beers, watch the soccer game.
Okay, if there is non-alcoholic.
Muji says, I don't need Islam. Muji told me I don't need Islam to go to.
Look, I'm just telling you.
But why do you? Why do you need it in your life when you already seem like you know how to behave yourself?
Yeah. Okay.
You seem like a nice guy to me. Like you and me and Martin seem like nice people. We know how to behave.
Yeah,
we don't need to be scared to behave nice, right?
No.
We could hang out. We can all hang out together in a bar, have a couple of drinks, have some beer, whatever. Whether you like it or not, beer tastes good to some people.
Just don't tell Muji he's in a terrorist organization. Then he's gonna get angry like he does to Apostle Prophet. You have to see that stream. He got so angry.
I'm serious though. We're serious though. You seem like you know how to behave yourself. You don't seem like you're scared of hellfire. You don't seem like you take it literally. Why do you need Islam in your life? You already know how to behave yourself.
You asked me several times. Let me respond.
Yeah, but you never answer. Well, this is part of my comedy. Okay, yeah, I need you to answer. Why do you need it?
Okay, let me answer. Yes, let me answer. Tacos, I told you that we are living in a jungle.
Yeah,
okay, with
I don't care about the jungle. We're not going to talk about politics.
Okay,
It's going to kill the show.
No, all right.
It's like I want to.
No. You ask me a question. You don't want to know the answer.
I don't. Yeah, but I know the part about you want to get rid of capitalism. I know.
Let me tell you.
No. I don't care about that. I want to talk. Okay. I want to get. I want to role play the psychiatrist, and you are on my couch. And I'm the psychiatrist. I want to psychoanalyze. I want to figure out why you have this need, this emotional need to believe in.
Okay, let me tell you like this.
Why do you need this in your life to be happy?
Let me tell you like this. Okay, let me put it in this way. tacos, people didn't know that what is it? Putting slaves in stadium and let them kill each other, those gladiators. They didn't know that it is bad. They needed Christianity to teach them. Okay, they got rid of those barbaric acts.
But I don't
let me
care.
see.
I don't care about that stuff. You're doing existentialism stuff. I'm trying to get inside your brain. I'm the psychiatrist. You are my
I just
patient.
have to
I don't
explain.
care. I don't care about any of that crap.
Okay,
I
so
want to talk about you. Why do you have this emotional attachment? Why do
okay.
you need to believe in this religion? Why?
It's
Because
not
Muji
about
says he
me.
found the solution in Islam.
No,
I don't
tacos
believe
is
that's the
not.
solution, but he says he found the
No,
solution.
tacos.
Yeah,
Tacos.
I want to know, why do you need
Okay,
this?
Martin says that the solution is in love. Okay,
Right,
love.
right.
The Bible.
Who is going to teach people to love one another? He says
Bible.
Bible. Okay, yes, he says the Bible. Okay,
God.
so what I'm saying that, okay, let's say like this. Okay, what I'm saying is that people need the Bible to teach them that they have to love one another.
Right.
Okay, without that, you cannot. They don't do that. Okay,
Right.
without that, they want to become richer and richer. They want to kill each other.
No. Again, the perfect dawah. Again, I am the psychiatrist. You are my patient. You are on my couch. Don't tell me about existentialism. I don't care about what Jimmy is doing with Johnny. I don't care if
Okay, you said
Michael
about
is doing
me.
with Mary.
Just,
I want to talk about you. Why do you want to believe
okay.
in this?
Yes. Okay. First of all,
I don't care about everyone else. It's about you.
Yeah.
Okay, let
First of
Muji
all,
respond.
okay. First of all these ideas that I have now, I have gotten them from Islam. Okay. First of all, for example, if you ask me before I become Muslim, if you ask me what we do with the murderer, I would say that capital punishment. But today I say absolutely not even jail. You have to just treat that murderer and you have to fix the problem, because Islam teach me that you have no right to judge people. Okay, first of all that. Okay, I need Islam. Secondly, it's not about me. It's about the humanity. I want to live in a world where I don't see people suffering. Okay, if they suffer, I suffer too. Okay, I'm 35 years. I haven't seen my home country. Okay, I would love to go there. A few days ago, my son was saying, he's 13. He was saying, "Can I go to Iran myself?" You know, I said, "No. If you go there, they catch you," because he would love to visit Iran. My mom would love to see us, but I don't do that because I want to fight for Iranian people. I want to make them free. So it's not about me. It's not about me.
Do you feel that your fate in this Muhammad character, do you feel that it is a burden on you emotionally and psychologically?
Emotion? No, it's not.
Do you feel like you have an emotional attachment?
No, I don't have. I just have a scientific attachment. Okay.
No, it's mostly no, but the scientific attachment is just a cover up for your emotional attachment.
That's you think. I say if I was always
I could believe in Albert Einstein's scientific miracles.
No,
but I'm not. I don't have an emotional attachment to Albert Einstein.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the solution to our problems.
No. The solution, it's not, when you say the solution to our problems from a psychiatry point of view, I'm just role playing. I'm pretending to be a psychiatrist. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's just my comedy. But from that perspective, it's not about the solution to the solution to somebody else. What you're basically saying is that the solution to my problem is
not my problem.
No, it's your problem. It's the solution to life is it's what it can do for
all right,
you.
Okay, maybe a part of is that.
Yeah, it's
but I want
you.
to look. Maybe a part of that is that. Okay, you can put it in this way that.
Right, that's what it's about. You.
Yes. No. Look. Maybe a part of that is that I want to live like a human being. I want to be a human being. I don't want to be an animal. Just care about myself. I don't care about anyone else.
But the ultimate, but then the second question would be, why can't you find that in Christianity? If you were a Christian, I would ask you the same thing.
I found a lot of
you seem like you're a good guy. You seem like you're not doing bad stuff. You seem like you're a decent man. Why do you need Jesus in your life?
I say that I can find a lot of that in Christianity, of course, definitely.
Right.
But I say always the perfect one is in Islam. Okay, that the complete one is in Islam. Okay.
No, but that's just your opinion, though. It cannot be.
Okay.
But
When you
Muji,
say,
so if
wait,
the
wait,
solution is in Christianity, you would become a Christian or what?
I say that
If the-
I say that yes.
So what would your name then be? The
I-
perfect Christian, or what
Yes,
would you
yeah.
change it to?
If look, I say if the solution was there, I would right away because it's, as he said, is
no, but here's the thing. But here's the
Taco,
thing,
wait,
though.
wait, tacos.
Monster, you're missing it. The perfect hour. You are very, very, very close. You remember, you are still on the you are still on the psychiatrist's couch. You are very, very close. You keep saying the solution to this. You're looking at existentialism, and you're trying to like say the solution to this is this. No, what you're basically trying to do is the solution to your problem is Islam. It's your solution to my problems in life is not Islam.
Okay.
It might be Zen, it might be Buddhism, it might be Hare Krishna, but what you're saying is it's a solution. Say it like this: the solution to world's problems are my problems. I don't like. I feel scared
I
sometimes.
said yes.
So the solution to my feeling of being afraid is Islam. When I feel afraid, when I feel sad, when I feel hopeless, I go to the surahs. It gives me comfort. It makes me feel good. It gives me peace. That's what you are basically saying. This is why you believe in this. Yes, this is it. This is your psychological attachment.
Okay, yes.
Okay, here's another question then. Here's another question. Does Muhammad have to be a prophet for you to follow him? Or can Muhammad just be a regular wise man? Does he have to? Is the emotional attachment to Muhammad is that he has to be a prophet, or can he just be a regular nice man with good ideas?
No, okay. I have said it many times. Okay, if the Almighty God cannot solve our problems and a human being can, no, let me say, and a human being can do that, I will follow that human being because the Almighty God who cannot solve our problems is not Almighty God.
Does Muhammad have to be a prophet for you from God for you to follow him?
No, it doesn't have to be. If the solution, okay, if he has the solution, I follow it. And I don't believe that.
Would you follow Chairman Mao if he has a solution to all of
Muji said he would even follow a apostate prophet if
I told him. I told him. I said that if you have the solution, you are a prophet. I will follow.
And you said you believe he's a prophet. I think you misspoke a little bit because you were like, I believe you're a prophet.
I think Martin was right.
I think if you meant like if he was correct, then he would be a prophet.
I said that if you do that, and
I think Martin is right. We're not getting to the issue. I think the perfect Dawah has an emotional attachment to the religion, and he can't let it go because he has some kind of like a psychological and emotional attachment to it, and that's what we're getting at when he talks about existential stuff. He's basically talking about himself.
Tacos, let me tell you. Let me give you another example. That
I'll role play.
Tacos,
how come you believe in Muhammad? Because my religion tells me not to beat my wife.
No, Tacos.
Do you need the hadith to tell you not to beat your wife to not beat your wife?
No, Tacos.
That's the thing we're talking about. The perfect Dawah. What psychological and emotion you have this attachment to it.
Tacos. People in the past they need it, but anyway, let me tell you one thing.
Okay, and but what about now?
Tacos. Let me also talk, please. Okay, Tacos. It is like now my situation in Iran. Okay, I want to bring down Iranian regime and create a freedom for Iranian people, and there are several different opposition groups. One of them can bring down the regime. That's why I'm following it. It's nothing emotional, nothing that I feel better for them with them. No, I have said it. The organization itself says that if somebody can bring down this regime one day earlier, we would follow that organization. So I follow this organization called MEK because they are the biggest, they are the best. They bring down the regime. And my brother followed that organization also for the same reason, not because they are Muslim, because my brother, I said, doesn't believe in Islam. There are Marxists, there are Christian Jew and so secular who support this organization, despite the organization is a Muslim organization, but they love it because they see that this organization is the strongest, the best. They are fighting the most democratic one. So this is the same. If another religion can do what I want to the world, I would definitely become Christian because, as you said, it's easier. I don't need to pray 5 times a day. I don't need to have fast 1 month. So
You don't need to be a slave.
I'm not a slave anyway. That's your opinion.
The Quran says
No,
no
the
one
Quran
can
says-
approach Allah
That's
higher
true.
than a slave.
That's true.
No,
Islam
it's
is submission. So
you know? No,
you're
it's-
like
You know
it's-
that verse? Should I
it
find it?
doesn't. No, it doesn't say
Should I find
slave.
it?
That's a misinterpretation. Okay, that's a misinterpretation.
No,
That
okay.
obey is different to slave. Okay,
So here's the
obey
thing.
your Lord.
So here's the
Yes.
thing. So here's the thing that we discovered about the perfect Dawah.
Mhm.
He has this sentiment because his country, his beloved country was war torn. It was being destroyed by factions,
Mhm.
and he feels like he has to have this religion in order
No.
to get back the glory of Iran. And I think
No,
it's
totally
it's
different.
attached. But now you live in Sweden. What do you do in Sweden? How do you live your life?
Tacos. I didn't say it is about my country. My organization is about my country.
But forget
my-
about Iran. Iran, in my opinion, Iran was better off before the Muslims came. I mean, don't forget, if we go back thousands of years, Iranian Persian history, Persian music, Persian literature, Persian art. My opinion, I don't want to offend you, the perfect Dawah. I don't want to offend you, but you are a Persian man. You are from Iran. You are,
No, Tacos, you don't know.
no,
Look,
listen to me. You are an Indo-European man. You look like a regular white man to me.
Mhm.
And you are Iranian. You are from Persia. Persia has a beautiful history. It has beautiful music. It had art. Persia was one of the glories of the world.
Yes.
The Romans, the Byzantines, the Greeks, and then you had the Persians, you had the Egyptians.
Mhm.
Persian culture, in my opinion, the Persians were better off before Muhammad and the Arabs came and the Muslims came.
Okay.
Now, that's my opinion.
That's your opinion, but
And
not
also,
the
what I'm saying is
truth.
that you are a Persian man. Why are you following and submitting to an Arab man that has nothing to do with your culture?
Okay.
I think Iran would be better, and this is my personal opinion. I got to keep it real with you because I'm your friend.
Tacos, can you ask?
I think
No.
I think the solution to Iran would be for them to go back to their culture before the Arabs came and forced Islam on them. What were the Persians like before the Arabs came? They had art, they had music, they had literature, they had their own culture, they had their own science, they had their own everything. Why are they still fighting for this Arabic man to bring them back to their Arabic Islamic glory when they had that before the Arabs came? And I think that's the conflict that you're suffering from. You're this Persian guy. You think that Persia should go back to the Arabic culture, Arabic way of life when you had it,
Why you just talk?
before the Arabs came.
Taco, please let me talk. Okay, why you just create things from your own mind without any evidence? Tacos, first of all, I'm not fighting for Arabs or anything. We are fighting for freedom. Okay,
But that means Islam, though, because you
no,
are.
it doesn't have
Quran
anything.
guy.
It doesn't have anything to do with Islam, my friend. First of all, you should know that before Arabs come and occupy
Right.
Iran, okay, in Iran, in Persia, why a bunch of Arabs with swords could bring down an empire, because it was under oppression. People didn't want to fight Arabs. They saw them as a liberator. And
Yeah.
before Islam, you cannot find a single scientist, a single poet in Iranian history, because let me tell you, studying was just for rich class, and poor class didn't have the right to study. After Islam occupied Iran, everybody got the right to study. So that's why it was flourished by so many scientists like Avicenna and others, and
But a lot of that was
poets.
built on Greek culture too.
So
A lot of that was built on Greek culture too.
No,
the
it
Greeks
was.
and the Persians, they knew each other. I mean, they were very familiar
It
with each
was
other.
yes, it was very. I say that before Arabs occupy Iran, we didn't have a single scientist, a single poet. So after that, you have to see so many arts, so many scientists, so many poets, and so on. So I know my culture much more than you. And then you were
That might
saying,
be true. But,
yes.
but I'm just saying from my personal opinion. I
yes,
think
and then no, let
we
me
didn't have
say,
any of this religion.
let me say, you said something which doesn't make sense at all. Why Martin, he's from South Africa, has to follow a man from Middle East, Jesus, or I don't know, somebody from South Africa or USA should follow Karl Marx from Germany. This doesn't make sense. You like the idea, you can follow it. It doesn't matter from where it comes. Okay, why somebody from USA must follow Buddha from India, for example?
Because
this doesn't make sense.
because Muhammad was an Arabic man, and that's based on Arabic culture,
No,
which has
no, it
nothing to
doesn't.
do with India.
No.
It has nothing to do with South Africa.
No,
It doesn't
no.
have to do with anything with China.
No,
Like
but
if I'm a
I
Chinese
said-
man, and I'm studying Hadith, I'm like, wait a minute. This is based on Arabic culture. I'm not an Arab.
So
This
you
has
mean that?
nothing to do with
No,
me.
let
I'm a
me see.
Chinese guy. I have
No, no.
Confucius. Why do
Okay,
I
let me
need
see.
two?
Let me see. So
Does that make
Chinese.
sense, Martin?
Let me see. So Chinese follow Jesus from Middle East, but Chinese cannot follow Muhammad from Arabia.
Yeah, because Christianity is yeah. I would say yeah.
All right. Okay. So thank you very much. That's all I wanted to know.
I would say yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know why.
So
but
you
I
have
would say
something,
yeah.
yes, you have something against Arabs. That's all.
But
I don't
Muji,
know. I just ran out of things to
Okay.
say.
I want to ask Muji something. It's a very important
Yes.
question. Okay.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
If Muji has more trust in hadiths, his trust is higher. Okay, so he wouldn't reject so many hadiths. Okay.
No,
And
I
so
don't trust.
he accepts
Yeah.
all the hadiths. Say he accepts all of
No,
it.
I don't think.
Then you
so.
would realize Islam is false.
No,
So
yes.
Muji, what would then happen? What would happen to Muji? Would he be angry? If you accept all the hadiths, you know Islam is false.
Mhm.
You would agree with me then Islam is false.
That's true.
If you were to accept all the hadiths.
Martin makes a good point about that. If you became a Christian, you don't have to worry about the chain of narration, good hadiths versus inauthentic ones. You don't have to worry about any of
I
that.
don't want to say anything against Christianity, but
Martin is making
Come
a
on,
good
Muji.
point.
Go for it.
Martin-
Go, Muji.
Martin
Go.
made- Martin
Muji,
is making a good
I already
point.
said the hadiths. You must accept more of the hadiths so
Right.
that you know it's false, Muji. So that
Martin,
you can know Islam is false.
Martin, shall I say anything about? I don't want to say.
Martin is
Go.
making. Martin
No,
is
yeah,
What
you
does
know,
Allah
I'm-
say about
Right.
our religion? It's supposed to say that Muji is supposed to say that he believes what is sent down to us.
Yes, I
Yeah,
know.
He's
I-
supposed
yeah.
to.
true.
Yeah.
Martin
Muji
made a
hasn't told me
point.
I
that.
do-
He doesn't.
no,
He says he
no,
don't
I-
believe that.
No,
It's
I
made
have-
up.
no, look, Martin. I have told you before that I don't believe those verses of stoning adulterers is from the Almighty God. I have said it before.
Yeah, you
That
can.
they-
You can.
they
yeah,
were- they
you can
were-
still
they
become
were-
a Christian just
they
like other
were- they
people,
were-
and then you can say no. I don't think it's from God.
I say that those stuff which is from God, I love it. I love that Jesus said, through the first stone, the one who has no sin through the first stone, love your neighbor, love one another. All this stuff is from Lord, and I love it, and I follow it, definitely.
But you
Okay?
reject the rest of Jesus' words,
Which one?
where he says he came to die for our sins.
Those
You
are
reject those words. You
that-
reject that he's gonna stand
yes.
up again from death. You
No,
reject that he
yes,
protects
those
his
are-
words.
Yeah,
You-
those are even in Islam. I reject. So there are certain things they believe that Jesus will come back. They
Yeah,
believe
you
that
reject it.
Mahdi will come. I reject it. Yes. So,
So
I'm not-
Muji is rejecting some of Islam as well. Like,
as well.
how
yes.
do you
But
know?
it's not Islam. They are not Islam. I say they are Hadith. They are
Okay, and
injected.
so you do you reject more and more of the hadiths, or does it become better?
No.
Like, do you accept
No,
more and more?
if I see a Hadith that goes in line with Quran, I accept it. No, I do not.
Okay,
reject.
so say a hadith goes in line and you accept it, and then later you realize that this hadith proves that Islam is false. Then you have to reject
That's,
it. Then you have to reject it. Muji has to
yes,
reject it, right?
Yeah, I know.
That's true, Muji. That's true.
Yes, if that's something hasn't
Like
happened.
Nazam. It happened to Nizam. You showed
Yeah,
him
Nizam,
something
yeah.
and
Yeah.
then he is like,
It
no,
happened to
no.
Nizam, yes. To
Yeah.
Nizam, that's happened. But because I have already made my mind that anything that goes against Quran is Quran says itself that is not from your Lord if it goes against Quran. Okay.
But what
But
if it's
it
not?
says the Bible is from your Lord
Yeah,
and it
what,
goes against the Quran.
yeah.
Not
What if
Bible.
it's Muji? What if it's not
Both
from
the
the
Hadith
Lord?
and the Bible is against the Quran.
No, the Bible is not all of it is not against Quran.
But Muji, but what if
Lots of it.
But Muji, what if your religion is not from the Lord? What if that's something? What if that term was just something humans made up?
Mhm.
Is it possible that just made it all up?
I made it up, or
What if the
Muhammad.
people who wrote these books just made it all up and they said, yeah, it's from your Lord, but the Lord had nothing to do with these books? Is that
All
possible?
right. No, it's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
Because what is it? Somebody I have said this is psychologically wrong that a liar, okay,
Right.
writes such a beautiful, put his life in
But
danger
anyone can
and
make it
save
up.
people. So, you mean that, for example, even Jesus? Because I say to these atheists, I say that
Right.
it is impossible that Jesus put his life in danger. A liar, a charlatan, put his life in danger and say that love one another, love your neighbor. This is not possible. Okay, that they cannot be. Or Moses, he was living in palace.
But
He
how do you
put
know
his
he?
life in. He
But
puts
how do you know?
his life in danger to save slaves. It is not possible.
Yeah,
Teach
but,
them, don't do this, don't do that. Okay.
yeah, but human beings have a history of making stuff up and saying God said this.
Oh, come on. I know.
What if-
Tacos.
but
Tacos,
what-
please.
but
Tacos.
what-
Wait,
but what-
please.
what if-
Tacos, please. I know how charlatans are. I know them.
What if
They
they-
just
what if-
they just
what-
want to abuse people.
But
They
what if
don't
the
they don't
people?
say
Okay, but what if the people that wrote this stuff were very superstitious and very naive and very gullible and very, very, very fearful, and they believed that they were sent from God? How do you know they weren't schizophrenic or mentally ill people that believe that,
Okay.
that God's told them this? Listen, God's telling me.
I know
How do you
because
they were
I'm
mentally ill.
okay. I know because I'm
Superstitious?
intelligent. Oh, yes, okay. No, Tacos. I know because I'm intelligent enough to understand these things. Okay.
Yeah,
So I don't need to go to
then,
details.
but back
don't
then,
need-
they were
I don't-
superstitious back then. They didn't understand what we understand now. So how do you know they didn't make it up because they were superstitious?
You can make up everything you want, but I understand very well what I'm believing in. Okay.
But how do you know it wasn't made? How do you know it wasn't written by superstitious people
Okay.
who are superstitious, who believe that Zeus controls lightning bolts?
Mhm.
How
Okay.
do you know it's not made up based on superstitious
If
people?
if it was made up, it's great. I love it. Okay, that's all.
But that's about
That's what some of the Muslims say about Hadith. Like
yeah.
if these corrupted Hadiths are made up, I love it. Like
No,
I want to beat my wife. Like
but you
great.
can come on. Do you also Martin?
Huh?
Do you also accept his what he say? How do you know that Jesus didn't make up all these things, made up all these things?
I tasted.
Hmm?
That's how. I tasted against God's word, and I tasted against what we see in real life.
So ask him, Katakos, these questions.
But I wanted to Muji. I wanted to ask Muji, how many years were you atheist, Muji?
I was atheist maybe 10 years something.
10 years, and a Muslim.
Sorry?
And a Muslim.
When I became Muslim, yeah. Or
how many years were you a
I have been
Muslim?
Muslim. Okay, if you don't count that I was born in a Muslim family, which I don't believe that I was Muslim, because I didn't become Muslim right away. I became Muslim slowly. So around maybe 20 years now, or
Okay, so it's double.
Near 20 years. Yeah.
Okay, so there's progress. You're going from atheist to Muslim to Christian. There's progress, slow progress.
Okay, guys. It's
So the perfect Yahweh.
2 hours. 2 hours.
What do you do in Sweden?
What I do, actually, I have been doing actually making movies. I was working in Dubai, but since I have come back to Sweden, I do some freelance job here, and sometimes I'm working in a school.
What do you do for fun? Is there what's fun in Sweden? Do you go
He
fishing?
prays.
Fun? Which fun you mean?
Like, what do you do? Do you go bike riding?
No, I just
What do you?
after-
How do you live?
after job I come home and take care of my family, and then studying, reading different things, Iranian politic, and then religion. You see, this stuff is also, these are all I do.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies, I don't have time for
Do you
that.
play guitar? Do you do music?
No.
Do you
His
do
hobby is to scream at a Prophet
Yes.
Prophet. That's his
Apostate.
favorite hobby.
So,
I-
okay, so where's Martin from? You're from South Africa?
Yeah.
What do you do in South Africa?
Lots of things. I kite surf, do lots of stuff. I drive boats, wakeboard,
Mm,
do lots of stuff. Help Muji. Try
Is
and
it
help
South-
yeah,
Muji.
thank
South
you.
Love Muji.
Is it
Show
South
some love
Africa?
to Muji.
Is it fun? Is it safe for you where you live?
Well, everywhere is 100% safe. So nowhere is 100. If there was 100% safety, you could leave your doors open. And
You were,
nobody
you were
would
born
eat
in
or
South.
anything.
You were born in South Africa.
Yeah.
So how did you
you?
meet Muji?
Tacos. I met Muji on, I think, Pine Creek or something. I'm
Yes,
not 100%
yeah. No, you first you called on Pine Creek show, and
Mm.
because I called there also, then you came to my channel, and then we met here.
We chat, yeah.
Mhm.
And it evolved from there. My camera
Yes.
was originally on that side and it's slowly going in front of
Oh,
my head.
yes. Yeah. Okay,
So,
guys. I think
It
we
was
can
fun.
2 hours, yes, and then we can
Mm.
talk. We talk next week, hopefully,
Why do we have to?
Okay.
Why do we have to do 2 hours? Why can't we go longer?
because it's 10 o'clock here, and my children are going to sleep.
Okay,
They are
can
in
you?
the
Who's,
next room.
All right,
Yeah,
can
you
you?
Tacos, you're gonna make him crazy if you go
Wait,
on. That's
Can
why.
you, can you post in the private chat your email address so I can add you to Google Hangouts like I did with Martin?
He wants
What?
your email, Muji.
What's
My
your
email.
email address so I can add
He
you?
wants to spam you.
You can
No,
write
not
on my
spam you.
you can write on my channel.
I think so.
this-
His email is somewhere there. Where's you just click like next to his about channel, I think. Or
No,
no, you can't see it.
I added Martin's Gmail address to Google Chats. I need an email
I
address.
don't
to
have
find
Google.
you.
Chat. I don't have Google email.
Do you have an email, Muji?
I have Yahoo Mail.
Okay. Give him Yahoo Mail so he can spam you.
No, it's not spam. Just to talk over
I'm just
him.
playing. I'm just playing.
Let me see.
Maybe he doesn't know what Google Chats is.
No, I don't have Google Chat.
But it's very funny that Tacos enjoys speaking so much. He overtalks Muji like crazy. It's like, Muji, you can't speak. This is not your channel now. It's Tacos' channel.
I put it in.
This is just a one-time thing, though.
I put it on private
It's
chat.
funny.
I mean, well, I'm not gonna come here every day because we'll lose.
Yeah, it's
listeners.
fine. Because you're going to give Muji a heart attack if you do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have.
it's,
I put it on the private chat. You have it there.
And there's,
Okay. All right. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much.
I'm
Martin.
going to copy it as well. Okay.
wait, I gotta save it first.
Of you.
Yes. Save it.
Now I have to use Prophet Prophet's ending of stay away from Islam.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to say one thing before I go.
Yes.
If you know Muji in Switzerland where he lives,
Sweden.
take him out for a beer and soccer game.
He may not drink beer.
I don't.
Well, take
I
it.
He
won't.
may not drink pig beer, and he has to go pray. So while we're eating, he has to run, and
Yeah.
then he'll have to go.
Take him out for a beer and a ham sandwich and a soccer game.
I drink beer, but non-alcoholic.
Yeah, but there's still alcohol in there.
No.
Muji,
Yeah,
you're
there's
cheating.
still alcohol
There
in
is.
there.
Go, Muji, go and
It's-
look on the label. There's 0.01%.
Yeah. No.
You're cheating, Muji.
It's 0.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which is in
Drink
yogurt as well. Yogurt as well has
Yeah,
that
so
much alcohol.
Muji is drinking alcohol
so-
with me. He's enjoying alcohol with me.
I know.
That was fun, Muji.
No problem.
Imagine if
Take
Muji
care.
starts drinking. Oh, he'll
Take
love
care.
it.
Take care.
Yes.
Yes, Muji. Love
cheers.
you.
Beer,
God
bless.
beer. He'd love it.
Cheers.
Take care. Bye bye. Okay, thank you, everybody. And I wish that that sister came on because I wanted to talk to her about Jinn, but unfortunately she left. Sister Adriana. Maybe another time. Okay, take care, everybody. Don't forget to, let me see, where is it? Oh yeah, don't forget to, okay, thank you. Have a nice time, everybody. See you another time.